In this video, I'll be going through Astc, otherwise known as all stations to central. So what Astc just tells you, right? It tells you where the trig ratios are either positive or negative. So A represents all. Okay, so this is sine, cos, and tan. And all of these trig ratios are positive between 0 and 90 degrees. So if you had sine 45, this would be positive. Same with tan. So if you had like tan 60, for example, this should be positive. Same thing goes with cos. So cos, let's say 15, it should be positive. Now this S, as you can tell, is sine. Okay, so anything between 90 and 180 degrees, sine should be positive, and tan and cos should be negative. So say for example, right, you had sine 135, which is in between 90 and 180. This should be a positive number. But if you had like, let's say tan 135, this should be a negative number. Okay, same with cos. And you can also type this in the calculator, and you should get sine is positive, tan is negative, and cos is negative. And as you can probably guess by now, T represents tan. So tan is only positive between 180 and 270. And cos is only positive between 270 and 0, or 360. Alright, so let's go through an example of how we might use Astc. So here we're asked to find the value of tan 300. Now to do this, right, what you want to do is you want to draw the ray at which 300 lies at. So pretty much I know 300 lies in the fourth quadrant, okay? Where this is not 30. This should be 60 degrees. All right? And so what's happening here, right, is you're essentially finding negative tan 60 because this ray lies in the fourth quadrant, okay? And I know from Astc, tan is negative. Only cos is positive in this fourth quadrant. So I'm essentially finding this. Tan 300 degrees. This is the same as negative tan 60. Okay? And I can find out tan 60 by consulting the special triangles. So the special triangles, which you should memorize, 60 degrees, 30 degrees. This side should be root 3, and this side should be 1, this side should be 2. And so I just had to find what tan 60 is here. So tan 60 is opposite over adjacent, so root 3 over 1. So this would be negative root 3 over 1, which is equal to negative root 3. Okay? Alright, so B is a special one because here we have a negative angle. So when you have a negative angle, you want to rotate clockwise. Clockwise? Yes, clockwise. So negative 210 degrees would be in the second quadrant. Okay? Where this is 30 degrees. Okay? And so essentially, I know that sine is positive in this quadrant, right? According to Astc. So sine negative 210 is the same as sine 30. Okay? And you can actually figure out sine 30 using the same triangle I drew before. I'll let you guys figure out what sine 30 is, but sine 30 should be half. So sine negative 210 is equal to half. Alright? Now this one's a bit weird because 570, that's like bigger than 360. But if you know that you can just minus 360 from this. So pretty much if you minus 360 from this, it's still the same thing. Because, like for example, if you had like 45 degrees here, and you rotated this ray like 360, it's still the same thing. Okay, it does not change at all. So I can just minus 360 from this, and if I do that, I should get 210. Alright, so I'm essentially finding cos 210. And I will just draw the ray. So 210 is around here, where this should be 30 degrees. Alright, and so I'm essentially finding negative cos 30 degrees. Because in the third quadrant, tan is the only one that's positive. So cos should be negative. And if you consult the special triangles again, this should be negative root 3 over 2. Alright. But yeah, that's it for ASTC.